Hey, my laptop says I got 43% left.
Well, you're not gonna make it.
You're not gonna make it. Man, Perrydale got some MILFs.
Milk.
Do they? What happened? They
We
should
went out.
fucking hate Perrydale.
We went out to Days Creek, and we went to watch basketball. And we sit down in the spot that had the least people.
Yeah.
Turns out that's where the visitors wanted to sit.
All right.
And like slowly got populated with MILFs around us. Like, hey, what's up? And you know us, we're slowly and quietly making jokes.
Slowly realizing.
And they're like all turning. And we're like, hey, what's up?
You're like, hey, you like my balls?
Yeah.
Basketballs.
Yes, sir. So that was fun.
Man, I used to fucking hate Perrydale.
I don't blame you. They've been good, relatively good at 1A small school sports for a while, so.
We whooped their ass.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like it was right before they folded them. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they're back.
Well, fuck them. I hope they all die. You know why they're back?
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks. The reason why they're back is because the two inbred families have finally cycled around long enough to have high school kids.
Yep.
Well, those were some hot inbred MILFs.
Jake, which mic are you using? It sounded a little echoey.
Well, that would probably be the wrong mic there. That'd be the wrong mic there, bud.
Is it?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dave's trying to see if he has noise through his headphones. He does not.
I do.
All right.
Oh.
It was just set with them set down.
Yeah.
In front of my screen, and
Yeah.
the volume turned up as much as I do. I couldn't tell if it was coming from the headphones or my computer.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. What are you drinking? Is that chocolate? Chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk. Yep. From
Good
the
shit.
finest brown cows of Douglas County.
I do.
Okay.
That is
What
one
is
thing.
what is the actual percentage of people that believe chocolate milk comes from brown cows? You've heard the statistic before, right?
I have not. I'm gonna say 28.
I think I'm gonna go with 13.
I'm looking it up. So if you put in percentage of people, you get with herpes, with green eyes, are left-handed. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
It's important to find out how many people have herpes.
I mean, it's true. Oh, it's only 7%. Dude, I'm pretty sure it was way higher than that before. But then again, maybe I just thought in general, if there's 7%, they're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Does that mean they come from brown cows?
They're all from Perrydale.
Yep. Oregon safeties coach hired as Baylor's defensive coordinator.
Oh. That's the fucking Austin Aurelius or whatever his last name is, revenge. Like, we stole their quarterback, they stole our safeties coach.
That's fine. That's a guy I'm not super worried about leaving.
Right, same. I mean, I felt like our safeties lived off of their ability. I didn't feel like we were coached well in the safeties area anyway. So
if our safeties were coached well, Bennett Williams would not have tried to make the play he tried to make.
Yep. I completely agree. Whoa, why is that? What was that?
What?
That got really loud.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, now I'm turning my shit down. It's okay, because like usually the volume is so low when we record, it's not an issue. So it's just I can turn my shit down.
Turn your shit down. Turn it up.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for what?
Do 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 Do.
Turn down for Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby. Uh,
Mm, 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 mm.
Texas
Yes.
needs to figure it out.
figure it
That's what I
out.
said. I said figure.
Oh yeah, we could talk about
Yeah, we
Letterkenny.
could-
Did
yeah,
you
we
start
can.
Letterkenny?
I watched a few episodes. Yeah.
Oh, I have not.
I'm not shocked.
Well, you know what the rules are.
If Jake has seen it, we can talk about it.
Jake has seen it. You should have too.
Mm-hmm. Those are the rules. They are unflinchingly rigid. What is that? It's The Office, right? These are the rules of Jinx, and they are unflinchingly rigid.
As am I.
Oh, yeah.
Except she says, Jinx, buy me a Coke. I think is how she says it. Because I always, when I grew up, it was, Jinx, you owe me a Coke. You don't have
Right.
to buy it. Who says you have to go buy it? I can
That's
just
dumb.
steal a Coke.
Yeah.
Oh,
As long as there's a Coke going to you,
right?
yeah.
God passed.
People who drink frequently. What is? Yeah. Occasionally you see an article headline and you're like, what is this stupid shit?
Right?
People who drink frequently may be quote gray area drinkers. Let's see what that means. Maureen Anderson. All right. Maureen Anderson would spend hours at home alone with her baby. She said it was the isolation that led her to drink more frequently. Bobby Newport's never had a real job in his life. It became less of an out-of-the-house special occasion party thing to more of an end-of-the-day time to have a glass of wine, shut my brain off, relax, Anderson told CBS News. The married mother of 4 would soon go from a glass of wine to an entire bottle of wine. She didn't consider herself an alcoholic, but a gray area drinker. So this is an article about people who don't want to admit that they're alcoholics.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
It's just another example of creating a fucking.
You're making
word.
another ism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're making another word.
Did you
just
just
so
throw a throw pillow?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do with them?
Yep.
I was looking, I'm like, fuck this.
It's in the name.
pillow.
It's in the name.
It's in the name.
Oh man.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a gray area drinker.
No. It's like I have a buddy who's like, oh, I think I might be an alcoholic. I'm like, I don't think you're an alcoholic. He's like, I might be an alcoholic. I'm like, oh, if you think you're an alcoholic, you might be an alcoholic. I don't fucking know. I'm not here to judge. Like, who am I? And then he's like,
I am.
Who do you think you are? I am. And he's like, oh, well, the doctor told me if I
Dr. Tad.
Yeah, I went to my doctor, Dr. Vinny Potts. And he's like, yeah, doctor said if I keep drinking that it's actually going to eat the lining of my stomach. And I'm like, oh.
You got a problem.
Yeah.
No, you really do.
Yeah, so that's why I don't do shots.
I think if you look at the ones that have the less sugar, like the tequilas, that sort of thing. Tequila is a good one. If you're a person who's going to drink a lot, like tequila is probably a good hard alcohol for you.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that tequila had so much range until I got older,
Right.
You find out, what is this Patron? What is that? Oh my God, this is smooth and not terrible. All I knew was Jose Cuervo Rock Gut,
Right, because that's people buy. Most people buy booze. They buy booze to fucking get smashed, man.
Fucking smash, man.
Son of a bitch does it all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, and so like as you get older, like you discover these. I mean, I'm never gonna be the kind of Brian Wood type of person to be like, oh, look at my shelf of scotch. No, I have fucking Lego figures. That's what I have.
Like, I have 14 different sculptures. I'm like, I'll have 1 or 2 maybe.
Actually, as I said that, I should have looked here because I actually have one of his bottles of.
What is that?
Old
Weller?
Wellers.
What is that though? Never
Bourbon.
heard of that.
It's good.
The original wheated bourbon,
Oh, is it
special
good
reserve.
Is it good shit?
It is. He found out that they had 3 bottles of it in Winston and had me go get it.
Oh damn.
Yeah. But it was only $30. So I was like, wait, is it expensive and rare, or is it just cheap and rare? And that's the like,
Or
I
is
didn't
it
understand the allure.
hard to find and rare? Yeah, hard to find
Yeah.
and
But I guess like the bourbon community has decided that Weller is that's their jam. So
up
is
until
good.
this moment, I'd never heard of it.
I'd never heard of it. I'd seen it, like I recognized it when I finally saw it. I was like, oh, I've seen this, but I mean, like,
I mean, it
don't
looks
know.
kind of like Black Velvet to me in a weird way. I think.
right? Or I mean, the green label really made me think of Evan.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what I
It's
saw.
a green label.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks.
green.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks black at first.
Black. Damn it! I keep hitting this deal.
Hey, I like you're in your new setup over there.
Yeah, I was there last week, but you were like,
I did. I don't remember anything from last week.
that's fair.
I need
Yeah.
beers.
All right, Dave's gonna sacrifice 11% of his battery to go get a beer.
Oh man. So what do we have to talk about this week?
We can talk about the bowl game.
I assumed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I really don't want to talk about my uncle.
Do we want to talk about Christmas at all?
Let's see. Did I have anything interesting happen at Christmas? I mean, other than my uncle. I can't really think of anything.
I went to Dave's house for Christmas Eve. That
Okay.
was interesting. We can talk
I
about
saw
that.
like
I'll
I
write
saw
that
like
down.
a snap from that.
Yeah, I was doing the sniper, the sad face sniper over here.
Yeah. Did you see the Broncos
football game one?
fans? Yeah.
Yeah, that
They
was
got fucking
good.
sad faced because they were down 51-14.
Also, sad face sniper is a good name for the pre-show.
Sad face sniper is a good name for the pre-show.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going through the filters, and for some reason I was all the way over to the side. I'm a big fan of this filter. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to work that way. Shoot.
Shit.
I'll just do it and then.
Oh yeah, you like the tongue out boy?
Yeah. I'll just do it and then. Oh wait, what if I go this way? Does that work? No, it's not gonna work. What is this monkey? Why is it shaking? Wait, what's this Alan Jackson one?
Alan Jackson.
Okay, let's do it to Jake. Have a little love and a little honeymoon. You got a little dish and you got a little spoon.
I don't know. I
you
couldn't
just-
name an Alan Jackson song off the top of my head if I tried.
It's all right to be little bit. You know Chattahoochee. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. Yeah.
It gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Yeah.
I don't know that you can say that on the radio.
They do.
Yeah, they definitely do.
A hoochie coochie.
If you can say wet ass.
You can't say wet ass pussy though.
Yeah, they don't. They say
They say wet and
Wet
gushy.
and gushy, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is grosser than wet ass pussy.
Way
Yeah.
worse.
And all the other lyrics in the in between the wet ass pussy part.
in the south.
That's some,
In the
Yeah.
south.
yeah, that's true. There's
Oh, yeah.
there is a
There are
fantastic
some
school
whores.
district. There's a fantastic
Oh.
school district. There are 3
speaking of some-
bathrooms and there are some whores in this house.
Did you guys hear about the R. Kelly album that got released while he's in prison?
I heard something about there was going to be a release, but I didn't hear that it was actually released.
I think it actually released and then it got taken down.
Oh.
Oh God, I meant to save that
Oh,
video.
because it was about him being in prison, wasn't it? Or
The song was called "I Admit It,"
yeah.
and he
What?
talks about how he sleeps with a bunch of women, some of them old, some of them young, and then he literally says, "But according to them, that makes me a pedophile." And I was like,
I mean, like, yeah, by definition,
Yeah.
guy.
That's how he's like, when you say it in a song, it's not serious. It's like
Yeah,
Jay-Z
right.
said.
Jay-Z raps about how he used to sell drugs.
He's really banking on the Bob Marley aspect. No one actually believes he shot a sheriff.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
He's like, if I put it in the song, people won't actually think I did it.
That's like the most backwards defense ever. It's like, yeah, man, and that's how I ended up shooting this guy on the 3rd of July. What's up?
Right?
And then like, okay, so you just admitted to a murder. It's like, no, man. Are you saying that Bob Marley killed a sheriff? I don't know. Shot a guy on 3rd of July. Actually, it was a pretty decent rhyme.
It was. Is this the actual song?
It's just him getting molested.
I don't know.
Let's even on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, is it not playing? It's probably not playing.
I can hear a little bit of it. I just hear like,
That's honestly, that's it. Yeah.
So he did it like the his last album where like part 1 Ignition, like not
Hot
know
and
what I'm
fresh out the kitchen.
There's a
Did he
song,
do the
something part 1.
remix to the remix to Ignition?
Mm-hmm.
This is
I'm
the
rolling
remix
that
to
bottle,
the
got
remix
every
to
man in here
Ignition.
wishing
It looks
That
like
I
the
could
whole,
be on my
fucking rum.
looks like the whole "I Admit It" song is like all the parts to it adds up to 19 minutes.
Yeah.
19-minute song about him fighting for his life.
Stuck in the closet.
Isn't that what he said in his interview?
Mm-hmm.
Fighting for my life.
It is. That's definitely what he said.
He's stuck in the closet.
R. Kelly's gonna pee on you.
Oh, we can talk about
drip.
we can talk about Pelé.
Who?
Pelé.
Pele.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're watching the basketball game, and I don't remember how it happened. And then I started to make a Pele joke, and then I was like, "Oh, Pele died today."
Fucking Pelé.
I don't even remember the
kickball.
joke I always make though. It's a basketball, like it's a thing I always say during basketball.
Nice
About
kick, Pele.
Yeah, probably that was that it.
Well, yeah, that's what your kids. There was a kickball.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
nice kick, Pele. That's what I
Yeah.
always say. I don't remember what that's from, but I say it.
I don't know. It might just be from Pelé.
No, I feel like it's a like Saturday Night Live, Chris Farley era, Dana Carvey, or
It does sound like something. It does sound like something Chris Farley would say.
Right?
Nice kick, Pelé.
yeah, or what is this fucking David Spade? David Spade. I think it's a David Spade line. I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up.
Nice kick, Pelé.
Nice pass, no pass.
Nice pass, no pass. Nice picks, no picks.
Dude, there was a kid that got fucking smacked on a pick. It was good.
Oh, I love it.
And then there was the old throw it off the back of the guy.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching. I'm like, throw it off his back, and the kid throws it off the other kid's back, and I was like, oh! And all the parents were losing their minds, and I was like, I wonder if he heard me. And
he
and
scored.
Yeah, and the kid scored. I was like, God damn.
I never got with the back move. I never understood like why a coach would tell his player turn his back on the guy with the ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
guess you're trying to defend
see,
against that cut to the short side of the hoop, but
and if you're standing right in front of him, looking at the rest of the court, you're seeing what he sees,
Right.
So you might be able to jump the pass.
It's the most okay. We'll do that playing football then too. Then if that's the case, then all the linebackers need to turn around and face goalpost, and we'll be ready for when they throw the ball down the field. We'll be ready to defend it.
We're in their corner and on it because their local agent is a small business owner too.
Small penis owner.
Hey
Small-
now.
What is this? What is this? A fucking State Farm ad?
Yep.
But like, hi, Chris Paul. Do you have a small business all of a sudden? I sure do. And now, thanks to State Farm Small Business Insurance, I can have my business insured.
Hey, Connor Graber, your mom's hot.
Who's Connor Graber?
I don't know, but he's
Kid
number
with the hot
10.
mom.
Number 10 for Perrydale.
Well, that's like one of three names: Graber, Traber, and Fraber.
Or if you're Days Creek, you have Brandon, Camden, Keegan, like they all in the ands.
Landon.
Aiden and Hayden.
Yeah.
And then you got regular ass James and Wyatt and Key.
They cut
Regular ass James is the name of the pre-show.
that. Regular ass James. Oh yeah.
Dude, that was one of the worst things about coaching, having 20 kids, is like, I've got Aiden, Hayden, Caden, and Hunter, and I'm like, why are all of you named?
Hey, at least none of them were bigger.
I had a fat Jesse.
No, the name Jack bigger, like last night on the game.
That was bad.
They're like, oh, careful there.
Hey, don't throw it to that guy too many times, especially if his name is like Nate.
Oh man, N bigger.
Yep, yep, that would be it.
Man.
That would be it.
Oh god.
Let's see how much battery I got left.
28%.
Good call.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You lost 15%?
Yep.
Yeah, he
You
ain't
should have
making
got
it.
Geico.
Yep.
Could have
So-
saved you 15%.
Boom.
I'm gonna load it up on my phone.
Do you have a low power mode or anything?
Yeah, it's in power save mode.
You said load it up.
Yeah. Can you like close anything?
No, nothing's open.
Oh. It's like Myrtle Creek after 8.
Hopefully your heart is open still, Dave.
Closed for business.
Bye.
Last time it was open, I was like,
So,
"You hurry up and buy." She did not buy, so
This looks like one of those videos where they're trying to sell a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that time we went to that open house to get free cookies, and they made us watch a video. Yeah. She was like, "Can I answer any questions about the property?" Yeah. I was wondering, are there any whores in this house? Yes, there are. There are several whores in this house. The house does include a big old butt on the wall, and lots of boobs, and a tiger. Oh, and the tigers are also whores, and they are included. The schools are fantastic. There's some whores in this house, and the roof is brand new.
The roof is brand new.
The house also has an Olympic-sized pool that's 1 foot deep. Yeah, it's great for little kids or whores, you know. Or both, you know.
Or both.
Ma'am, I have a question about the plumbing. I've heard it can get wet and gushy in here. Yes, sir, it can, and that's just because of the whores, you know. There are some whores in this house, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's really disgusting, but I mean, it's okay for grown-ups, but they should make a clean version of this song. You know, like damp vagina, or, I mean, not that, but, you know, like, but maybe that. I mean, you know, damp vagina, you know, kind of has a ring to it, you know, kind of romantic. I wish we had some whores in this house. I guess. I don't even know where we'd put them, though, you know. Does this couch fold out? I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway. There's no whores in this house.
Oh my
I-
god.
It's a really confusing boner to see Megan Thee Stallion and listen to Beavis and Butthead at the same time.
Right? That makes sense. Confusing boner is now the name of the pre-show.
Like I'm giggling and aroused. What's happening?
You're being tickled.
Ooh. Woohoo!
Tickle torture
Here
key.
we go.
All right, man. Are you ready for a good ass show?
Yeah.
All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And it's the season finale, folks. We're here. We made it all the way to the end of season 5. And we made it with this guy by our side. It's Dave. Hi, Dave.
Oh, he is.
I
Yeah.
am. Sorry. Well, it's wet down here, so it is a little wet and gushy down in Douglas County.
Okay.
And to
Alright.
in the room to my left, it's Robin.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it is. Fuck, yeah, it is, bud.
Oh,
What's
fuck.
going on? Hey. And circling it around one more time for the end of the year special. It's Jake.
There's some holes in this house. There's
Yeah.
some holes in this house. It's the funniest part about that remix is when it's on the radio. It's like there's some oars in this house. There's
Right.
some
The little.
definitely
But you
irrit.
still hear one of the whores.
Right.
Oars.
It's like it's that.
Oars.
I was listening to No Diggity the other day because
No Doubt?
yeah, No Doubt. But there's like I've never heard an uncensored version of that song. I think the only version that exists is a censored version, because when you hear the girl member of Blackstreet, I assume she's a girl member because she's not featured, and so she's like, "What you know about me? Not that thing," and I'm like, they clearly just did the whole like they put the fuck, they put the CK in front of the FU.
Yeah.
And then the they're in front of the ma. So it's like they're fucking thing. And so it's like you still know that she's saying motherfucking.
Right.
It's
They Missy Ellioted it and screwed up our brains.
with the
Flipped it
fwam
and
yep.
reversed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Put your thing down.
Flipped it and reversed
Do you
it.
remember back in the day when we would buy CDs?
Yeah, I do.
and they would artists would release their single in a CD. Yep, that's one of them. Compact
There it is right
discs. But then it would have only like 3 songs: the original song, the
Yeah.
extended version, and
And
the
the radio mix.
edit.
Yeah.
And then there's like a club version if you were super lucky.
Right. Yes, I do remember those shits.
Here's the club version of Waiting for Tonight by Jennifer Lopez.
See the updated version of that is when you search for a song now, you'll get like if you look for an older song, you'll find multiple versions and you're like, which one is the real? I don't know what's going on here. Just play the fucking song.
Right. Yeah, it's like I want Sprack Zarathustra from the beginning, not the fucking drum solo.
I've got 2 tickets to Paradise and I don't want to hear a remix.
I've got we're going back with the power of love. That's what's happening.
Yeah. I'm glad people are starting to appreciate Huey Lewis.
It's frustrating that it's taken them this long, but it's not everybody's fault that it took.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
We've been here the whole time trying to preach the good news
Since
so
the
to speak.
80s. Like I remember when Huey Lewis came out and it was the tape was Huey Lewis in the news, and I was like, so it's Huey Lewis, but then he's got the news? I don't understand.
He's with the news.
And then they had Huey Lewis in the sport, and I was like, so there's definitely Huey Lewis has got these other people he plays with or something.
I've never heard of Huey Lewis in the sports.
I think it was just Sport. Huey Lewis and the Sport. Let me see if I can find it.
So
It
he was
was
basically
definitely
just
a
trying to
tape.
go with like 9 p.m. news anchor.
Right.
But that's like his different genres. Like
Mhm.
his moody blues style stuff is Huey Lewis and the Weather.
Mhm.
Oh man, it doesn't even show up as anything else. It's just
Huey Lewis and the Weather.
And for all I know, I could have come
Yeah.
up with that on my own.
Yeah.
Oh no, Huey's in the new. Okay, the album was Sports.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, I'll be damned.
Mhm.
Son of a bitch does it all the time.
You should see his movie. It's the Huey Lewis and the puff piece.
There's you gotta after that is Huey Lewis and Traffic.
Mm-hmm. Trains everywhere.
Trains.
Borat's son, Huey Lewis.
Huey and Lewis.
Mm-hmm. Here is Crumb. No. Oh man. So watched the football game yesterday.
Yeah, a little one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I
That
put my shoes back on though today.
Good.
God damn.
Yeah, there were several like clothing related gaffes committed by the team here.
Yep. No, it's my bad.
Well, also mine because I was making ribs and I took
Right.
the jersey off because I didn't want to get barbecue sauce on the ribs and accidentally make an eggshell style jersey.
And that's fair. That's fair.
But then ate the ribs, sat back down in my Aughts and O t-shirt. I was still wearing duck apparel.
Right.
I had O's up from the toes up, but I didn't have on the white jersey.
Yeah.
You know, which is what makes a difference.
Yeah. That was a good game. Like Oregon came out and like I told Dave, I'm like, dude, we're gonna fucking smash these guys. Cause that first series it looked like the offense we had before Nick's hurt his ankle.
Yeah. Like here,
Yeah.
you run it for 15 yards. Here, you
Yeah.
run it for 11 yards.
And then we kind of sputtered. I
Yep.
mean, we scored again, but you could tell North Carolina was like, okay, if we just keep staying in this drop 8, they're gonna run all over us. And then they stopped us running. And for some reason, we decided to also not have Bucky Irving in there.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, I get that you have 6 running backs, but please let them run more at once.
There are times I see Noah Winningham out there, and I'm like, he's either gonna fall down in the backfield or fumble.
He's like fumble-free Travis Dye.
Exactly. He's so boomer bust. Like
Right.
he's gonna run 15 yards, scamper just out of somebody's tackle and be gone.
Right.
Or he's going down 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep. That's what they did. And then so North Carolina is like, hey, we're gonna just basically run Washington State's offense. We're gonna throw the ball.
Thing.
We're gonna throw the ball. We're gonna throw the ball. Like, but you looked at the numbers that Mays had. Billy Mays here, and like they weren't impressive.
Yeah.
But he had 3 touchdowns. Did
In the
he
first
throw a
half.
pick?
No picks.
No picks.
He threw 3 touchdowns in the first half, and on the halftime show, they're like, "Oh my God, Drake May, greatest quarterback we've ever seen."
Yeah, right. They were sucking him off hard.
Oh my God, 3 touchdowns and a half. Has anybody done that?
What?
Is that even possible?
Is that a thing?
Oh my God! Like who knows? He could score 11 touchdowns in this game, and then how many did he score in the second half?
Big O.
Big 0.
Yeah.
It did not score a touchdown in the second half.
None.
But Oregon did.
Would none be a good estimate?
None is the answer, and he completed 50% of his passes for 200 yards.
I mean, like
against the worst passing defense in the history of time.
Our pass defense is so bad. Like I was slightly worried, but at the same time, I was like, we can kind of move the ball on offense. So as long as we just keep up with them, I
bet the over.
Didn't
hit it. 71 was the over, and
it was the highest over in all of the bowl games too.
I was like, oh, let's see. Neither one of these teams has a defense. Well,
right.
That's usually what happens, though. You have 2 teams that have no defense, and both defenses show up.
Right. They had, well, when you have 3 weeks to prepare, it's kind of It's
Mhm.
more rare to see a team put up a lot of points when they have that kind of time.
That's
Did
why
North,
the Rose Bowl was such a big surprise.
Right.
did North Carolina have any starting defensive players opt out for this
I
game?
had like 3 or
Yeah,
4.
3 of them, which is also why I was like, oh yeah,
Right.
3 of their cornerbacks were like,
And
oh
so
yeah.
did we. Or we had 3 technically
had-
opt out, plus Flo ditched us.
And then Sewell declared,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Sewell declared.
Gonzo declared,
and
DJ Johnson.
DJ Johnson.
So impact players from all 3 levels.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because then we had, what was it, number 21? I don't remember what his name was.
Oh, the linebacker.
Keith Brown from
Yep,
Lebanon.
Keith Brown. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I see we have Justin Flo and Noah Sewell's backup in.
And he did pretty good.
He
Yeah,
didn't
he
do
did.
bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking about him now, so.
Pretty, yeah, and we're not saying, oh my God.
And
did you see how
and we got the dub, so I'll take it.
we did.
He made some key plays, definitely. You know, it wasn't like one of those things where they're calling his name over and over and over again.
Right.
But
I mean,
he made, for a guy that was, you know,
A career
backup.
backup.
Yeah,
It's not like he
came
kicked
in
the
and-
ball and caught it off of his foot and they called it an interception and he ran it for like 50 yards because everyone stopped because it was clearly a kicked ball.
Because it's clearly an illegal play that happened.
Huh.
Clearly a play that shouldn't have been allowed.
I guess we're gonna just do that now. We're just gonna have kickballs and
That's the Pac-12, man.
like
Pac-12 is
you
the
could
worst.
see his foot. The angle was like,
No, nobody runs like that. That's how you tear your ACL.
yeah.
That's how you kick a football from the 1960s. That's
Here we are with Johnny Football, going to be kicking it off now. We're going to be using a new technique called the drop kick.
that's exactly it. Anyway,
the old drop toe kick.
So I took off my my Jordans and Jake put his jersey back on and Oregon scored 14 points.
Including the gamer with 19
I was
seconds to go.
concerned and I said, don't score
Yeah.
too fast.
Yeah.
And then the announcers are like, don't score too fast. And then Bales is like, just score.
No, that was
I'm like,
me.
oh, it was
I
you?
just wanted to put it in the end zone. And then when they got to 4th and 2, I felt justified about just putting it in the fucking end zone.
When
we had that though.
Yeah. Thanks to the referee making a legendary duck.
Yeah, right.
That was pretty good.
He's like, oh, fuck, here it comes.
That's my head.
Or when we
Legendary
made that
duck
tackle-
referee. Oh.
That tackle with like 2 seconds left, and I thought they were gonna bring in their kicker.
Yeah, I knew they
was
weren't
like-
because first of all, that guy was trash. But also, like, I was like, okay, ball's in the 40. That's a 57-yard field goal.
Yeah.
The
That's
kid's
what we
career-
did. We did that too.
Mhm.
I love how like football has taught sports has taught me certain types of math. Like I can add 17 to any number under 50, like real fucking quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long is that field goal? 30.
See, it's
from
a
the 30 to
26 yard line.
47.
That's 47-yard field.
Yeah.
Mhm. Right.
Oh, that's awesome. It's crazy because I've noticed that there's a few guys that actually go 8 or close to 8 in the NFL at least, like Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Justin Tucker.
Yeah. Like he likes a little bit more room, but dude, that guy kicks the ball.
Yeah, I mean, up until like a couple weeks ago, he was like perfect inside of 50 yards over the past several years.
Well, that one that he made from 66, that was his 49th or 50th in a row.
Yeah,
That's how you keep your job.
Right.
Yeah, you see, I feel like kicker is the second most difficult job in football besides quarterback, because apparently there's only like 20 people in the history of the world who can play NFL quarterback. But like kicker is apparently incredibly difficult too.
It's tough to kick with the distance that these guys get. Like I don't feel like the accuracy is as hard as these guys make it out to be. They should be more accurate for the most part.
Speaking of, they should be more accurate for the most part. Can we talk about Camden Lewis?
He tried to fucking give us all a heart attack.
Tried to fucking kill every last one of us.
So we come back from down. We were down 10, right?
Yeah.
And we are then down 6 with less than 2 minutes. I think it was somewhere in there. and we get the ball down the end zone, score with 19 seconds left.
Yep.
Extra point gives us the lead. Camden Lewis comes in there and clanks it off the left bar.
Yeah.
Bro.
And in.
Are you fucking kidding me? He almost, that's.
It reminded me of the kick that he had against Washington State a couple of years ago, where it's like, all right, here, kick a 19-yard field goal and we win. He's like, all right, well, let me try to fuck this up.
Right.
And because I mean, it looked like he did it. It looks to me like the way, and Robin, weigh in on this because you know better than I do. When kickers practice, they practice on the pole. Right, to see how far.
I did. I don't know, if you haven't been to a camp or something like that where they teach you how to learn accuracy, that's what you should be doing. But if you haven't went to that, you're probably just practicing to make it through the uprights.
Right. So, but at some point, if these guys are kicking in college, they've probably had instruction.
I would hope.
Right? Yeah. So he's like, what? The only thing I can figure is, because I've seen it so much, is that he practices on the pipe trying to kick the ball, at the upright.
Yeah.
And so when he lines up to kick the ball in the game, his footwork and everything is still lined up for the upright and not for the center of the goal. And so it seems like all of that, which is why all of his kicks seem to hug the left upright every time he kicks it through.
I could see that, but from what I'm seeing, the way he kicks is he gets nervous kicks and he takes big steps, that big first step, and that overcorrects and he ends up pulling it back to the left. So he's just mind fucking himself.
Well, on that field goal, what end was that on the
It was on the shit end.
The shit end?
The baseball field end.
Yeah.
Okay, so the end that they both pushed right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe he tried to correct.
He went left.
Well, no, he pushed one right in the first half.
Yeah, and then
missed it. Yeah.
And then North Carolina's kicker pushed one right on the same, going the same way.
Yep.
So that was part of what I was thinking. I was like, which side was he on?
Maybe he tried to compensate for that.
He just overcorrected.
Idiot.
Idiot.
Idiot. We're starting back up.
Just, I have a hard time with fields. If you don't have a field prepared for a bowl game, I have problems with that. And Petco Park did not have their field prepared for a bowl game.
Right.
If Oakland Coliseum never had their football prepared for a football game. It's bad. It's
a bad look.
It's a bad look. Guys can get hurt really easily on shitty grass like that. Same thing with the Red Box Bowl. Like if their grass isn't ready, if you don't have grass that's ready for play, you shouldn't have a field.
Right.
Like it can't possibly be that difficult to put down a quality grass surface. And what it really comes down to in the NFL is that these owners don't want to pay for a groundskeeping crew. And so they'd rather have turf and then pay one guy to hose it down every few days.
Right.
Don't, because that's the other thing. There's been an increase in staph infections because guys spit on the grass and the grass will absorb it. But if you spit on the turf, it just fucking sits there.
Yeah.
So so the germs and the bacteria, there's been an increase in staph infections. Guys tear their ACLs a lot easier on the shit. There's absolutely no reason why at the highest level of football it can't all be played on natural grass.
So my question is, and I don't know if this is, I could be completely wrong and off, but what I'm thinking is when we get to these bowl games, it's not your standard crew that's setting up the field and taking care of it, maybe, because it's not say we're playing in San Diego and they don't necessarily have guys or whatever it is, but Petco is okay, we got to find guys that maintain a field and get this field ready. Let's hire some guys that know how to do grass. They go to Home Depot or whatever. Home Depot brings in loads of sod,
I don't know, because Petco Park already has a groundskeeping crew,
well, that's what I'm saying. Why is it always so shitty though? Like the Red Box Bowl, why was the ground?
Well, I've got a lot of feelings about that stadium.
I'm aware.
Yeah, that like first of all, they built it on sand, so the sand the grass has never actually got purchase in the ground, so it doesn't stay because it's not on loam, it's on sand. Whereas like yeah, the red bot what I think happened at Petco Park is they had a field that's designed for baseball, which has it's a lot shorter cut of grass, which means it's a lot closer to the ground. And once you use cleats that are designed to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, as opposed to just one guy in a straight line around. Like if you look at a baseball stadium, if you look at a baseball field in the middle of July, early August, you'll see in the outfield that there's 3 spots where the outfielders always stand that's been beat down in the grass.
Yeah.
Like it's because the grass isn't very long. You try to play football on that, you're going to destroy it. Like I didn't watch the Fenway Bowl, but I would be surprised if the same thing didn't happen.
We're quite a ways after baseball, though. Shouldn't the grass grown?
I mean, the grass could have grown, but if they're maintaining the field like they normally would, the grass will stay at about that length. But
groundskeeping doesn't have an off season.
That's probably true, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they can't just let the grass die and
yeah. They're just like, all right, well, fuck it. We'll see you guys next year.
Yeah.
Right?
Come back in April and you see some guys out there with some seed, just like tossing seed out in your second base.
There's like homeless people living in the stadium because no one's been around to do anything.
It just looks
that's
like
just
the set
Seattle.
of I Am Legend.
Yeah, it's Seattle.
That was one that I remember was playing Fallout 4 for the first time, and you go into this one, Diamond City is what it's called. It's actually Fenway Park.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you go in there and like you walk in and you can still see home plate, and you look down and you're like, oh cool, that's kind of home plate. So you look and you realize that you can still run the bases in the game. And I'm like, oh shit, well, let's run the bases. Why not? Fuck it. So I ran the bases and I get all the way around to home, and all of a sudden it's like, ding, you got an achievement for running the bases. I was like, really? That's kind of cool.
Funny. Ding.
I hit the bases just right, and I was like, you did a thing by total accident.
Yeah.
So I feel like gaming needs a lot more of that.
Well, have you played any more of that High on Life?
I have a little bit, because like I realized I went to the wrong guy first, and like I had to drop it down to story mode level to actually finish because it's like super fucking hard, and then I just hadn't gotten back to it. Because it's kind of like Mega Man in a way, that it's like, yeah, you can go to this level, but if you don't have the right weapon to fight him, it makes it a lot more difficult. Yes, you can still win, but yeah, the guns that you get from beating the bosses.
Interesting. Yeah, see, Grayson played a shit ton of it like for 2 days, and then he hasn't played it since then. So
The same thing kind of happened to me. I was like, this game's fun, and then I was like, okay, played it.
I played it. Well, Dave was gone. I played it one day, and I was like, this is cool. But then Dave came back, and we started playing this new thing on Call of Duty. Yeah, right? We started playing the DMZ, which is like this cool version of Call of Duty, like the big map you would have for Warzone. What would we call that kind of game that we'd play?
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. There you go. So you got the Battle Royale map.
Mm-hmm.
But you have teams of 3. You don't me, because you know what the story is. Anyway, you get teams of 3, and they start all the way around the map. So you get a bunch of teams, probably like 30, 40 teams starting, and everybody has missions that they're trying to do, and you're trying to progress yourself. Each individual person on the team has these 3 different tasks that they are trying to complete. Sometimes they line up with what your teammates are doing. Sometimes they don't. Yes. Oh, my dad texted me. But it's really cool because you're like, oh, okay, we can work on missions instead of just going out and fucking trying to kill everybody. But at the same time, the game has this bots, like the AI. Oh, Dave. I bet his laptop died.
Yeah, probably.
He'll
be back.
Well, I'll tell the story anyway.
He knows.
So you're fighting bots trying to do missions, and at the same time there's real players. Oh, he's back.
There he is.
And you have the proximity chat, so if somebody gets near you, you can talk and join up and be friends. or they could just kill you. And the thing is you're trying to get in, do your missions, and then get back out of the game without dying. If you
Cool,
get
okay.
back out without dying, you get to keep all the stuff you collected, at least the guns and like the self-revive and a kill streak, which will be like UAV or like a
Right, right.
bomb drone, something like that. Anyway, and the other teams, they can steal your shit. So if you get in there and you run into a team, like say I'm playing and I run into Jake's team fucking kills me. I lose all my shit. Jake picks up all my shit. He goes on in the game and he gets killed. Somebody else can pick up all that and like you can lose all that, or you can just be like, "Hey, you guys want to team up?" And usually people are like, "Yeah, let's team up. What mission are you working on?" And then you just talk and you become friends, kind of, and then you'll have like
It's like
6 or 12 or yeah.
It's like the way gaming used to be.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And we've been playing the shit out of it because we're like, this is cool.
I'm
Like,
surprised we're not playing the shit out of it right now.
I'm telling you
Hell,
why.
I might jump on. I might
Dude,
check
you
that out.
should. It's fun.
That actually sounds like fun. Like
It is not nearly as sweaty as the old, like there's still the battle royale. Like you can still play that. And there's
Yeah.
still the regular like team deathmatch and all that stuff on the other maps. But this DMZ thing is really cool.
I'll put that on. I'm gonna download it right now.
I'm surprised you're not downloading it right now. Yeah.
Well, while we're on the topic of Letterkenny, the new season's out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Skodan. I mean, I am a big fan of Letterkenny. The first episode, I sent you guys the clip of the joke that made me laugh.
Yeah.
Because it was a non-verbal joke, and it just fucking, it was one of those things that just got me. Like, Wayne and the gang are doing this like fishbowl thing.
I'm talking about chips.
They're talking about potato chips. And Rosie is saying something. I think it was Rosie.
Yeah.
And Wayne gets up and stands and
super stretch.
Does the Michael Scott leg up or foot up on the next level thing and just kind of leans. Oh my god, I died. It was the funniest fucking thing.
It sends you because that episode's full of a lot of physical comedy.
Yeah.
One thing that I've noticed.
I'm gonna get some air.
I'm gonna get some air. I'm in episode 3 at this point, and maybe it's I haven't watched in a while, but it seems like in this season they're almost like they've fallen into a rhythm and they just kind of go with it.
Yeah.
They're like the whole. There's a scene with Glenn in the gym. And
oh my god.
And it's funny, like I get it, the humor's there, the joke lands, but like does the joke of Glenn looking up to handsome looking man with as a cock, and like it just the joke continues for like 2 minutes to the point where you're like, okay, like it's not like
that. So that was one of my biggest things I disliked about this season was so much Glenn. Yeah. And he doesn't show up throughout the whole season, so that's kind of nice. But you realize Glenn is the other creator of Letterkenny.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know what? I mean, I'm just guessing, but they're probably thinking, let's get some Glenn time. Like he wasn't. I guess there was one part where he did the church. He was in the church. Did you see that one? The Clue.
I have seen that one. Yeah.
Oh my god, the skids were funny, but they've even done stuff with them that has leaned into their thing a little much.
Right. It's almost to the point where like the show is almost a little too formulaic.
Yeah.
And this is where I talk about the way I appreciate comedy is like if the punchline surprises me is usually what makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And the repetition of humor is funny, but that can't be your only joke.
Yeah. I think you'll like the 5th and 6th episodes the most.
Okay.
They were pretty funny. I thought the one about nudes is really funny.
That I had just started that one and I was like, I can't right now.
It's good.
I think that's what happens to me when I watch Letterkenny's. I fall into the okay, all right, and it's not the same like joke rhythm that like The Office has,
right?
Where the joke changes and you move on. It's like we're here for 5 minutes,
right? They definitely like to make sure that joke landed and then landed and then landed, and then, I'm like, okay, guys, we get it.
Yeah.
Glenn may or may not be gay.
Hey, did you hear what I just said?
No.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what the joke is.
Right.
Right.
We're like, no, we didn't hear.
Todd Galooly. Todd Galooly.
Right over Drax's head.
What was the one?
Impossible.
Katie is talking about things she hates in the movies. That was the one with the skids. That made me laugh.
Oh, the sharp breath one?
Mm-hmm.
We're like,
yeah.
Now what do you mean there, Katie?
Well, they basically did all of the things that Katie said she didn't like, and I was like, okay, that's funny.
Because that's something that I could see happening to a lot of people.
Right.
Like that's and I think maybe that's it. Maybe that's what we're talking about, is that the show has reached the level of absurd that, and maybe I kind of had this thought, I just don't care about the problems of the people of Letterkenny anymore.
Right.
Because their problems aren't really their problems anymore.
Right. I mean, the one where they had the people taking pictures, that seems like a local type of thing.
Yeah.
You could see that. I could see that being something here.
Yeah, it just seems like we've gotten a long way from Fart Book.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because they've decided that they've gotten this far with this group, and they want to make sure that everybody on that group stays happy
and gets everybody. Yep.
They're writing for them instead of writing for us.
Which it's fine. If that's what what you're into.
There's some spots that are good, but
that's when you said it's got some laughs, I was like, he didn't really like it.
Yeah. I mean, I when I can go through a whole episode and not laugh once, like even The Office, I'll still laugh at jokes that they do. And
the jokes.
And I know the joke. I know the line. Like, it's still good.
I've been dealing with insomnia because I'm finally back. Last week I was dead. This week this week I'm okay. Last week I was in rough shape.
Hey.
But yeah, I was watching The Office at 3:00 in the morning because that's what's on Comedy Central. And as you know, there is a comfort in watching regular television as opposed to streaming something.
Yeah.
I think it goes back to our days as kids and being insomniacs. It's like those commercials are their own version of comfort.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like the dinner party came on. And I'm like, oh God, I gotta watch a dinner party.
Right?
I mean, how many times have I seen this episode? I'm still gonna die every single time.
Right?
And the beer sign gets me every time.
Never night.
I love that, babe. Don't you love that, babe?
The part at the end where Angela takes the ice cream cone and sticks it to the side of the car. Oh my God, that is such a great episode.
It might be the best episodes of TV, just because there's there's so many elements to it that not only is it a really funny premise of what's going on, there's a lot of subtlety in the storytelling.
And symbolism, like Jan, I'm the devil, and then she's wearing red, and the fucking flames right there. And that's good.
A great shot. Like, that's like Emmy award winning shit that goes underappreciated because.
Well, I'm pretty sure they did win an Emmy. They didn't. Michael Scott never got one, but they got theirs.
Yeah.
Robbery.
Biggest robbery ever.
And that bigger than the train robbery in Breaking Bad.
Exactly.
Train robbery in Breaking Bad is another one of those episodes of TV that's just everything about that episode is awesome.
Man, the fucking Todd storyline.
Oh, right up to the very end where you're just like, boom. You're like, whoa, why?
Right? Fucking Todd.
I heard like
Who is he married to? He's married to somebody famous. The chick that plays Spider-Man's girlfriend on the first Spider-Man.
Kirsten Dunst?
Yeah.
I nailed it.
Is it Kirsten Dunst or is it Kirsten Dunst?
Kirsten Dunst?
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst?
Well, I don't even remember what you said. So
I don't know. You're saying it with that basin accent.
Yeah.
The basin.
That fucking guy. Fuck him.
Fucking
He did. So oh my god, here I go. This fucking kid on the news keeps calling the Umpqua Valley the basin.
Didn't he fix it?
So he did for 2 seconds. Then he went back to the basin, and then he went back again to Umpqua. I was watching it yesterday, and it said Umpqua, but he called it the basin. I'm like, you fucking. I want to grab him by his shitty ass mullet and pull him down to the ground and stomp on him.
He's got a mullet?
If he doesn't, it sure as fuck looks like it. Like the front looks like he's
John
got
Clayton
that
hair.
almost like it's not nearly as good. It's like he turns his head like this, and all you see is it like sticks out. I'm like, the
He's
fuck
got,
are you doing, Razor Ramon?
Do you remember Bobby's World, the cartoon?
Bobby. Yeah,
Remember Howie Mandel's character in that?
I do.
That's what his hair looks like.
Yep. He
Like
is.
that,
He is
like
Howie.
that fro mullet?
The Frullet.
Yeah.
The Frullet is the name of the
There we
episode.
go. The Frullet. Oh god, yeah. It's like the white guy Jerry Curl.
Oh, I hate that guy. Oh my god. My dad had a stepbrother who had the white guy perm. Like it was a fro, a mini fro,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just
Permed.
dude,
yeah.
it was very bristly.
Yeah, my high school coach's son, he decided to perm his hair because he wanted a white boy fro, and it was really dumb. It looked really bad for a while.
Yeah, I bet.
I permed my hair once.
Why?
Remember Darren did it for the mullet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Darren got the back of his hair permed for a mullet.
Mhm.
That's beautiful.
It was amazing.
I think I've seen that. It's in his wrestling.
Yep.
I've seen in his
Yep, it
wrestling
was for
gear.
wrestling. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that picture. That's a beautiful mullet.
That's so good.
I only have one picture of me in a mullet with my hair permed. It's in my high school yearbook.
Excellent.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't have any mullet pictures. You know, the lack of hair hurts that. I could do the skullet thing. I could Hulk Hogan it. But I do the Hulk Hogan Fu Manchu on occasion, like when it's time to completely recycle the beard.
Yeah.
You know, I'll go the Fu Manchu route for a day, and then I'll shave the rest of it off and look like a toe.
Oh man.
I didn't shave my Christmas mustache this year.
Your Christmas mustache.
Oh yeah.
I've worn a mustache on Christmas for like the last few years. And I just didn't do it this year. I decided that I'm just gonna have the summer of the mustache.
Oh,
Oh, you're gonna be a summer mustache, Dave?
Yeah, I'm gonna be summer mustache Dave.
Are you gonna
This year.
curl it? You gonna curl it out?
I haven't decided what type of mustache I'm gonna have yet.
Well, so for Christmas Eve, I went over to Dave's parents'
Dude, the Hitler
house,
mustache.
and his brother Billy has a mustache.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there at the table. I don't know if you were in there or not, Dave, but we were talking about, it was me and your nephew. We were talking about facial hair for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something about, oh, you got a beard. And I was like, you wish you could grow a beard. And he's like, I'm going to grow a mustache. And I'm like, that seems racist. Oh, man. Because his dad, Billy, Dave's brother, like he has just the mustache. But he looks like they look close enough. You know that Billy and Dave are brothers.
Right.
So imagine Dave with, and his is definitely thinner. Like you have the thicker, yours is a little wider, but he's got like a thinner mustache. And
You
I
should
don't
do
know,
the
it's just-
Gomez. You should do the Gomez Adams mustache.
Oh,
Well, I think what's gonna happen is when it gets to that point, I'll probably do what I usually do and shave out the Wolverine,
Yeah.
and then I'll shave it down into like a thick Civil War era Fu Manchu,
Yeah.
and I want to kind of keep the length because I might do it and just do the curls.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if I could grow hair on this part of my face, I would connect my sideburns to my mustache, and that would be my facial hair.
Oh, the old like Irish.
The old Ambrose Burnside.
who was the
Yeah.
guy? There was a guy that used to do that from Canyonville. Fuck. I always used to get him confused for your dad. Like I don't remember his name,
Oh,
but like he had that same. It was there, and then that.
The
Yeah.
mutton chops into the mustache. That
Yeah.
well,
would be the
you-
look.
Have you seen pictures of my dad's mustache? Like when I was like in the 90s?
No.
It's so he big old like
Oh,
it's
maybe
almost,
it was your dad.
almost a goatee, but like if he just grew like a finger's width of hair to connect them, it would be a goatee. But it
was
would
your dad.
literally the mustache would come out and then it would be almost halfway up his cheekbone of just Civil War era.
So I remember your dad from when I was younger, like
Okay.
before I knew you.
Okay.
I remember what he. Yes.
That
'Cause
sounds
he's-
like the Paul Tuttle mustache. Well, that just like keeps going out and out and out and out.
Mm.
What was the mustache on Wild Wild West?
Oh God.
Remember his? Didn't he have like a spiral or something?
Oh,
You
Look
talk
it
about
up.
oh God, what's his name?
Wow.
Artemis Gordon.
Yes.
Yep.
That is it.
Like,
7%.
I most likely will go with my usual mustache I wear. I do the Tombstone.
Yeah.
It
I
is
tried-
like kind of a flat, long, a little bit further out from my lips, and then the triangle soul patch.
That's called a Van Dyke.
Is it?
Yep.
I just call it Tombstone because it makes me feel like Wyatt Earp.
Yep. You see, I will occasionally do that too. Like I can also bust that out. I've got a wide mustache, but the problem is
A mustache.
mustache.
Sorry.
If you only got a
mustache.
if I only rock the mustache, I look like Bob Belcher. So
Oh my gosh, there's so many good ones on these pictures. Like
You men who long for love, you
It's-
mustn't all despair. There's a secret you should know to capture the hearts of the fair. You may not have the looks, you may not have the dash, but you'll find yourself a girl if you've only got a
barely has a
mustache.
mustache.
A mustache.
So,
if
Dave,
you've only
are
got a
you gonna
mustache.
do one of these for that was it
That's
right there.
the one right there.
Were you gonna
Yeah.
Oh my
Fuck
god,
yeah,
that wasn't
dude.
early.
There he is.
Ugh.
That's Professor Lovelace.
Yeah.
Dave, are you gonna do any of these for when you go back to college?
Dave, you got to show up to college your first day
Oh.
with Professor Lovelace beard.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Or you could do the Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
The Tony Stank.
No, you know what you need to do? You need to do Prince Albert when he had like the 4
His
different.
dick?
Yeah,
Oh.
no. From wrestling.
The wrestler. Oh yeah.
He had like the 4 different like lines of beard.
I
and
remember,
yeah.
Remember when I first started growing my beard and I
Mhm.
kept trying to trim it and I'd fuck it up. Remember when I did the Fu Manchu with the soul
Yes.
patch strip?
Yeah.
So I had like a 3-pronged goatee.
He had the Trident face.
Yeah.
Trident Face is now the name of the episode.
Oh.
Sheesh. This is how we wrap up the end of the year.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh my
Trident
god.
face.
face.
I messed
Face
up.
with your
It's
cock.
funny because I was gonna bring this up. I was gonna bring this up organically as part of the show, talking about trimming my mustache the other day. Like I was the other day. I wanted. It was the holidays, so I wanted to make myself presentable. So, I get the trimmers out and I start, I got kind of a bushy mustache, so I'm trying to unbush it. So, snip, 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 snip. Ah, shit, I cut that side a little too much. Okay, well, hang on, let me straighten out this side. Ah, fuck, now I fucked up that side. And so after a while, you just like fucking up your mustache, up your face, until it's like, you just got to stop at some point. And be like,
Yep. And
my
you're just like,
mustache,
this is how it is.
it's
Yep.
fucked up. Like, it's going to
Yep.
look stupid for like 2 days. Like, I'm just going to have to deal with it.
You're running around with a Hitler stash and they're like, what the hell? You're like, I was trying to trim it.
And now it's like, now I look Amish. Like,
Well, it's like,
that's
I'll-
one I haven't pulled that look. I've never pulled that one.
the neck beard.
The full beard minus the upper lip.
yeah.
Oh.
You know, the Russian MMA fighter look not these days.
The Habib Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov.
I used to, when I didn't have any mustache, like I just did the goatee part down in the side, like basically covering my chin.
Oh,
or
the
lack
youth
thereof.
pastor.
Yes, that was my facial hair.
Cool youth pastor.
And
Youth
then-
pastor.
Then one summer I was
You bring
like,
10
okay,
friends, I'll eat my hat.
I decided to try to grow the mustache, and I was like, it was too blonde, so I dyed it, and everything was all super dark, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna shave it into the one mustache and find skinny shirts, and I did. Sucked. I thought it looked both stupid and amazing, but I didn't have I just couldn't do it. I was like, I can't do this. Like,
I remember one time I dyed my hair and I was trying to dye it like red, like this
yeah.
red.
Yeah.
What's up? Represent. But it turned out pink because my hair is very dark.
Mm-hmm.
And so after I tried to bleach it, it didn't get very, very light. And so it turned out pink. Well, I had to show up to sell furniture the next day. So I couldn't exactly do that showing up with pink hair. This wasn't the era of being able to do whatever you wanted yet.
Right.
And so I had to re-dye my hair black that night. And so
wow.
there was a period of time because my buddy and he's like, oh, I bought a box of hair dye for us. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, oh, I got black. I'm like, my hair's not black, asshole.
Yeah, I was about-
And he's like, well, it is now. So,
welcome to your emo phase.
yeah, I dyed my hair black for a little while, but like you could tell that I had dyed it, and you could still see like islands of dark pink like in my hair because you could definitely tell that like I had double dyed it that day.
That's
Like,
honestly, that doesn't sound terrible.
it looked pretty bad. Like until it grew out, like it wasn't the best look.
Also, Islands of Dark Pink would also be a good name for the episode or
Islands
an
of Dark-
album.
Yeah, Islands
Yeah.
of Dark Pink or a porno.
Oh my god, I'm
Robin
right.
might remember my my emo hair when I tried to bleach the front, but my hair is so black that it just came out caramel, and then that was just my look for the next year and a half or two.
I do remember. I showed River a picture earlier of Emo Dave.
Emo Dave.
It's good times.
Emo Dave, the dance floor slave.
So yeah, a little bit ago we were talking about how you just threw on The Office because you have cable.
Yeah.
You haven't had that for a while. I'm now taking over your spot in that rotation because my dad shut off the dish for the whole family today.
Dang.
Like he texts me and is like, "Hey, I'm turning off dish," and I was like, "Okay, I'm like working on something." And I look over because, "Oh, brother, where art thou?" Stopped singing, and I'm like, "I didn't think you meant." I text him. I'm like, "I didn't think you meant like right now," and he's like, "Yeah, within the hour." I'm like, "Well, the TV just shut off," and he's like, "Oh." I was like, "You told me Saturday," which is fine. I mean, like so what he did was got this streaming service, Fubo, I think it is, not Fubu.
Right.
And
Fubu.
it's basically like they took a bunch of different streaming packages and put it's cable on streaming.
Yeah.
Is all it is. So I have a list of channels I can watch, and it shows you what's live, and you can click on it, and it goes to like what's live right now. Like I think Dave has got the TV on in the living room here, and that's what he's watching. He's just got ESPN on, and it's just playing.
you can do the same. You can do similar with the Xfinity app with the login that you have. You can basically watch regular TV with that. It was funny during the the Holiday Bowl, nobody wanted, like everybody wanted in the house wanted to watch the game, but nobody wanted to watch it anywhere other than the spot they wanted to watch it. So there were 3 TVs on
Right.
with the Holiday Bowl, and mine was the only one that was the furthest ahead. But then there was one, they were both watching the stream. So so if you can handle your 7-second delay in addition to your 7-second delay,
Right.
like I was almost a full play ahead, which is
I noticed you guys were ahead of me, but like just enough that if I watched the play and then looked at my phone, I had answers. Like
that's you'll learn, as I've had to learn, that
Right.
you watch the play and then you look at your phone and
Right.
put your phone face down.
Yep.
Because a notification will tell you something happened.
See, I put mine face down because it's good luck anyway. So,
right.
And depending on which way we're going, it faces.
I always put my phone face down because that way when I pick it up, it's face up towards me.
Right.
Like, that's always just, and like if I drop something, I'm not going to drop it on the face of my phone.
Yeah.
Like people are always like, oh, you put your phone face down. That means you have something to hide. I'm like, no, it means like that's how my hand works.
Right.
Like I also put it face down in my pocket. Does that like
this part of our arm right here, the forearm, it has 2 bones in it. It allows it to rotate.
The ulna here and the radius here.
Yes. Science.
Well, anatomy.
Anatomy with Jake.
It's still science.
What's up? Ladies, Anatomy with Jake will be a long class this evening.
Oh.
And it's over.
And it's over.
Thank
you for coming. Showing up.
Did you?
Oh my god.
Find you a woman that you'll never have to ask.
So I noticed we were gonna try to get Alex. Did you ever hear from him?
I mean, I heard from him.
Yeah, the only thing I heard from him was, "Hey, I got these shoes."
Yeah, I told him I was gonna buy a fish, and then we talked about that for a couple minutes. But yeah, he apparently got the like I don't know. I don't think they're that cool. Like they're cool, but I think they're kind of ugly.
The 70, aren't they called like the 77 Blazer?
Yeah, the 77 Blazer. I just that's not my style of shoe.
Yeah. I think I even said it. I'm like, they're cool, but I couldn't wear them.
Yeah. Part of it, I couldn't wear them because they're like an $800 shoe. But then like, I still couldn't. I couldn't pull it off. Like I can rock a PF Flyer. Like, I can pull that look off. But
yeah, they're just not basketball-y enough for me. Yeah, like I need something better.
For those of you, for the uninitiated, it's essentially a canvas shoe with the Oregon mascot screen printed on the side of it, and they were selling them for like $800.
Well, so the U of O sent out an email for everybody that has bought tickets through them that you could get them for $150. Oh, I sent you the link.
Yeah, no, it was $150 until it got to the sizes that people wear.
So what it was is they had people. It's just you. You're the only one that's size 13.
Oh,
anyway, go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
I don't even remember what I was saying now, but I'm pretty sure like
they sent an email.
They did send an email, and you could get the link, and then you could just go and buy them. And I'm pretty sure Post Malone over there got them for probably half of what I could have got them, so like $75.
Yeah.
So like, and that's what I feel like they're worth. They're like Jake said, they're a canvas, flat-soled, flat inside shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Pass.
Yeah,
they're a Chuck Taylor.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're the Nike Chuck Taylor.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you know anything about Chuck Taylor's, is that it's gonna fuck your feet up.
Yep.
There it is. Pretty mid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and need Oregon to do a shoe with like Solomon or something, so that I can get a pair of Oregon Ducks hiking boots. Because I wear hiking shoes like pretty much most of the time when it's wet out.
Hey Jake, what are those boots you got for football this year?
Yeah, didn't you see my feet like this entire season? Yeah.
I did.
Those are an Oregon Duck hiking boot.
Yeah, that's what that is. It is
Those
what
were
it
a
is.
hiking boot?
Pretty much. It's basically a boot. Like
that's a hiking boot is what it was.
And you know what? It kept my
Well, not
ankles.
that
Like
kind.
my ankles did not hurt a single game at the end of the
Boom.
year. Yeah, like my foot hurt for other
Dave's
reasons.
like, well, that's not what I had in mind.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted. I mean, these shoes I'm wearing right now are green, so I wore them to a couple games.
Yeah.
But
So, for our next season,
Yeah,
which is our next episode, correct?
that's correct. Oh, by the way, I'm going to wrestling next week, so we'll have to go
Wait, what wrestling?
AEW.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay. So, and that's on Wednesday, I'm
yeah,
guessing.
it's Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Gotcha. I don't know the schedule of wrestling anymore. I
fair.
assume Raw is still on Monday.
Sure
and
is.
That's all I know. Pay-per-view is probably Sunday. That's my
Premium live events is what they're calling them now.
right, because they don't make you pay per view. They just
Right.
make you get Peacock.
Yep.
Gotcha. And I paid $20 for a year of Peacock, so like I could watch all that.
Yeah, sure can.
I don't care, though.
If you wanted to, if
Yeah.
you wanted to drop 4 hours of your afternoon and watch 3 matches, then yeah.
I'm gonna say pass.
Yeah. Not a lot to
Um,
watch right now.
I'll watch the highlights.
What season will we be in?
Season 6,
That's what I was thinking. Wow.
the Drake season.
Why does the word season look so weird on my paper?
I don't know, because people have been trying to spell it SZN for the past year and a half.
I hate people. All of them.
All of them, all of you, except for you listeners. We
No,
love all you.
I only
No, I
like the
hate you
people
too.
listening.
all,
yeah.
all 18 of you.
Never mind.
What was that?
Joshua Tree's coming in hot. You two.
Oh yeah.
Cubano.
In the name of love.
That's what we're doing. We're going to Joshua Tree for our first episode.
All right, that'd be fucking rad. Do some drugs out near Joshua Tree.
We should just do drugs in general.
Okay.
The all drug Olympics.
The all drug show.
The
We're
all
just-
drug show. So anything but weed? No, wait. I don't know. I don't know how.
I don't know that
one.
we can. I don't know that we want to record what we would be on for posterity's sake.
Probably not.
For I mean, for comedic purposes, all this is
Right. It's
all
all
this is
hypothetical.
hypothetical and speculative for comedic
Yeah.
purposes.
We're
Only.
just it's no more real than Letterkenny.
It's no more real than R. Kelly's song "I Did It All."
Yep.
Oh, no, that's real.
We're
I
putting
admit
this-
everything is
We're
what.
putting
R.
it
Kelly
into
said.
words so no one can actually say
But
it happened.
do you think that Bob
So-
Marley actually shot the sheriff? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?
So there was a rapper years ago, I don't know how many years ago, that like he got convicted based on telling the story of a crime he committed. It was
Yeah.
in the Houston area. I don't remember who it was. But maybe R. Kelly is like, fuck it, I'm already in jail.
You get the same time for 10 bodies as you get for one, cuz. That's
mean,
what 50
like-
said.
But you don't.
I mean, well, hey. It's life or life.
10 counts.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I
Oh.
going to do after I die? Be there dead 9 times?
Like,
No,
do
that's
they
not-
want to? So, like, the guys that go and shoot up schools and they get multiple life sentences, do they just like hang on to that body afterwards?
No, what I think happens in that case is like if you get like if someone's like, "Oh, well this one case of murder, like I guess you didn't do that one. So you're innocent on that one count." Okay, well you still have 7 life sentences to serve.
Yeah.
Or like if someone says, "Oh yeah, you did a really good job. You got 15 years paroled off your sentence." Well, that's fine. You still have 6.5 lives still to serve. So we can parole your sentence as much as we want.
I wonder
but-
what the longest sentence ever handed down would be.
Well, I'm going to fly in the face of our podcast here and talk a little bit about Oregon politics. That Kate Brown basically commuted every death row sentence
yeah.
to a life sentence in the state of Oregon.
I heard that.
So, yeah, that's interesting.
And the next person that comes in has already said they're not gonna cancel that.
Oh, of course they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they play for the same team, so
Yeah.
Kill 'em
The,
all.
the longest
everyone.
sentence handed down by a court. Anybody want to take a guess at this number?
100 life
981
sentences.
years.
What would you say, Dave?
100 life sentences.
So I'll just read this to you. The longest prison sentence handed down by a court is thought to be that received by Chamoy Thipiaso of Thailand, who in 1989 was given a jail term of 141,078 years.
What?
The wife of a senior Thai Air Force officer, so-and-so, had been involved in a pyramid scheme that defrauded 16,231 people out of a total of $2 million. So you defraud people for $2 million and you get 141,000 years? But they can have ladyboys?
Go find the line, damn
Find
it.
the line.
Find the line. Well, hey.
Well, hey, these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. I want to thank you guys for rocking with us for 5 fun-filled seasons of my show.
Five time.
Five
I'm not doing all 5. I got the 3.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. But yeah, if you can dig it, sucka, we'll be back in January with some new shit, new show, new logo, and the same old guys. Dave,
Wait, we got
Robin,
a new
and Jake
logo?
will be back. Want to give a special big shout out publicly to Robin, because without him over these last several months, there probably wouldn't even really be a show.
Hey!
He's really taken it on, and he's done a lot of work, taken a lot of weight off my shoulders. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for keeping the show running. And so yeah, if you guys are appreciative of the show and you like the show, it's because of Robin that it's been getting out for the past several months. So
Thanks.
So cheers to Robin. Thank you for that, and thank you for doing it.
Yeah.
Dave, thank you for stepping up and being on the show. You've added a lot of fun. I've enjoyed having you here, and I've enjoyed the rhythm. But for this episode, this edition of my show with Alex and Jake, good night, universe.
That's podcast.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, go Ducks!
Tickle some cockles.
What?
Buttholes. Wait, no.
Wait, no.
Cut that.
Leave
Leave
it in.
in.